Hello again, everybody. This is Mr. Everything, and I am coming back at you with another episode of Wargaming Wednesday. What we're doing today is I'm going to be working a little bit on my tiles, and what we're going to be doing is we're going to be working on these fields. I've gone through so many iterations of my fields that I finally settled on. Hopefully, I've settled on is one style of fields that I want to do, or one method. First of all, I want to show you off. Check these out. Okay, Captain America shields. Okay. All right, so I've got this in from Bosch. This is furrowed fields. Okay, it comes in a sheet like this. I have decided that I don't like the look of this paint, because I'm not going to cover the entire thing in water like I thought I was going to do. I had only covered the river in water. What I now plan to do, and this is the new plan, is I'm going to put grass over 90% of the low ground. Okay, like this area, this area, this area, all the dark green areas will definitely be grass. And most of the fields will also be this color of grass, because what I'm going to do is, using my hobby craft wood, I've cut a few fields out. Okay, not counting this field. We'll get back to that in just a minute. I've cut some fields out. I still need to trim them out. But like this, see how this field is this ochre color? Well, I'm going to make a field here. I'm going to put a couple of hedges along the edges, so that when I put it on the edge of the table, those hedges will just be right there, right? And this board will have a field built into it, and so when I lay it down, it will have the field. And then I've got another field. Okay, this one's probably going to go there. This field also covering the three, well, maybe even this little piece here, just not the edge of the board, which I might do just for if I ever need to use this field on a battlefield somewhere. I'd have all four sides covered. But for this battle, you won't need it. And then this field will go here. This field will go there. I need to trim the edges a little bit, bevel them out, and then this field will go right there. And then this side of this field is not going to be a hedge, it's going to be riverbank, what's the word I'm looking for? Foliage, right? It's going to be like bushes and stuff like that, where these are going to be, there'll be some bushes, but I could take a field like this and I could actually plant a tree in the hedges. Yeah. Now, the area under these fields, right, the areas that I had previously painted, I'm actually just going to put grass. That way these can just lay on the grass. There won't be any problem. Okay, and this one should go over here as well. Right? Okay. So So this area, this is just going to be grass because there's going to be a hedge right there. I could put a little extra hedge there if I wanted to, but I'm not really too concerned with it. This area right here, I'm actually going to build as a plowed field, right? But the area, I'm going to actually glue this to the styrofoam, making it a permanent fixture. And because it's pretty low, has no real, it doesn't really impact when I store my tiles. That won't be in the way at all. These won't be in the way at all either because I can just pick them all up, right? Okay, so I'm not planning on doing these fields today unless we've got enough time, but I do plan to do this field, and I do plan to grass the area. Okay, I gotta put these back because I already know this one goes there, and I've drawn the black line, and I already know. Okay, I think I know. Okay, so that's pretty close to that line, if not exact. Okay, good. And the reason why I need to lay these out is because when I cut that, I want to make sure I'm not interfering with the fields that I am placing out here. I have lines. Okay, that's good. That's perfect. I'm glad I have those lines. These aren't always going to be perfectly side by side. There might be a little bit extra gap between them or what have you. It doesn't matter because you're going to see the grass underneath. These are also going to be beveled down, so they're going to be individual fields. That way I could take this field and I could go put it on any battlefield anywhere. So that's fine. Now I've considered using material like this, which you can see how it's got the field, basically honestly, I think it's just a piece of cardboard, with one side peeled off, and so you see the corrugated cardboard, and they just flocked it and then sold it to me. Something you could probably make on your own. One of my previous viewers said I should get like a type of paper and use it to make stencil or templates. And the only thing I could think of that I have that I don't want to go out and buy some new paper or whatever, but I have a bunch of wax paper that I used when I was painting this, and I had saved it to try to use it multiple times, but I thought I could, because it's clear enough for me to see through, I could make some templates for when I'm cutting out the grass for the tiles. Okay, but like this area here is probably going to be cut out, and once I lay this down, I want to make sure that I leave enough gap or enough space that I could lay hedges down, because I'm not going to permanently affix the hedges. So there's going to be hedges like this laid down on the table, right? And so, but because this is going to be grass, I could easily just lay this on the grass, right? It won't be a problem. Yeah. But I don't want this to go into the grass area over here. I want this to be grass up until we get to this. Right. And this does not have to go all the way up to the edge, because whatever I don't put this down is going to be grass, or I'm going to paint it. But with this long straight area, I was thinking I could just put a long straight area like that, just line it up, and that way it's less cutting. But we're going to have to fill this area right here. Now I thought about cutting this in multiple pieces, like having one field go this way and then another field go this way, but I don't think that's, I don't know. One field could go this way and one field could go this way, or I could just cut, I could cut a little piece and put it in there, or I could just leave it, just fill that with grass and have the field just go straight across, right? And not worry about that little piece. And that's probably what I'm going to do, because I'm such a miser. I think that's perfect right there, the way I want to do it. Okay. So, well, this is obviously just going to be straight all the way out. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I can draw on that. Okay, that's the furrow that I was thinking I was going to cut. It's not working. All right, we got to go with the big boys. Okay. I might not have on the right glasses. Okay, I just swapped my glasses out. I've got a Sharpie. Now I'm going to check to see if I can draw on this. I can, it's just a little tough. Okay. Now this piece I probably could put over there if I wanted to, or I could just save it for a different field. Okay. Alright, so that's going to go like that. Now, understand I'm going to have to cut it this way for the two tiles. This isn't one big tile. I want to cut it around that hill. Yeah, you can't really see. Ah, there we go. Okay, that field is going to be there. That field. Okay, she didn't close the door. She's starting the car. Because I thought she had a online class she had to do. Okay, maybe not. And that's fine. If that doesn't go all the way to the edge, that's no problem. We'll just put grass up into this point, right? Now, if I wanted it to look a little bit more natural, I could take it down to this corner. I think that's what I'm going to do. And just angle it up. My marker was in there. Okay, hang on. Thanks for the chat, but I can't understand it. Okay, here we go. Boy, this is like tough business. Feels like plastic, even though I know it's not. It's cardboard. Okay, and you can see that it didn't go exactly up to that, but I don't care, right? This field will lay right in there. This field will lay right on top of this. And then when I put this field in, I got to make sure that I just leave just enough. Whoa. Yeah, just like that. And if there's a little bit of grass in there, I'm okay with that. That's okay. And then this field will lay somewhere over here, and it'll look okay. I think that'll look really good right there. Bam. And this piece here, I don't plan to make it all crazy like that. Well, I do plan to make it crazy like that, but not exactly the way trying to see the best way to save as much of this as possible. Okay, I guess this is it then. Plus it'll look like it blends in just right. Possibly. And I think I'm just going to go straight across and down. I don't think I need to have this little piece right here. I think I'm just going to go straight across. Yep, that's what I'm going to do. Okay. Okay, I'm confused now. Measure twice, cut once, right? There we go. I was trying to go to this corner when I should have been thinking about this corner. Come on. Okay, so that piece can be saved. These two, they can be saved to be used in other fields, maybe on the other map, maybe on these. But I plan to put this like right there, lining this up with that. But going down as low as I need to. Kind of like that, and kind of like that. Yep. And so these fields will be separate pieces. These fields will be actually on the map. And then the rest of this will be grass. That's kind of what I'm thinking today. That's got to be a little bit bigger. This does not. Yeah, I've got, okay. And it's okay if I cut it out a little bit too big, because then I can always trim it down. Know what I mean? Yeah. And if it overhangs this way, I can always cut it with scissors or whatever to make sure that it fits on the tile. Because right now it's overlaying or overlapping the river, and I don't want that. Right? So once I cut it out, then I'll just do some minor trim, just like that edge there, to make sure everything fits exactly where it needs to go. This one I need it to be a little bit bigger than this. Yeah. Okay. Making progress. Okay. And I was also thinking that if grass doesn't fit or doesn't fill the area, I can always use some texture paste in there to kind of just disguise or cover the area as well. So I need to make this area down here all grass as well. So yeah, I'll probably grab another one of these that I already previously used. I mean, it'll work down there, but do I need it to work down there? perfection. Okay. Man, I'm going through this as wax paper like I wasn't planning on doing some painting today. Okay. What? I'm just going to do that. Toss it. All right. So that should cover this. Now I still have another 2 tiles up there that I need to work on, but we're not going to work on those today. So there. We'll work on those another time. Okay. So really all I need to do is like cut one piece out at a time, glue it down, and then just gradually work my way up. That's kind of what I'm thinking I'm going to do. All right. Working with this Bachman grass. I hope I've got quite a bit left. I think I do. Now I even considered putting this grass on my fields and then using the technique where you water it down and then scrape off the flock to create like ridges like that, but I've decided I'm not going to do that. If that makes any kind of sense. Okay. Now, if I take this and I flip it upside down, I should have grass, right? I should have the right shape. So I could trace this. This doesn't want to stay rolled. see, that's not a good shape. Not heavy enough. There we go. Super slippery. That's what I get for using wax paper, right? And right here, I'm just planning on cutting that out so that I can lay it out flat and trim it to shape. This one is a straight line, so I better mark it as a straight line. This roll doesn't want to stay unrolled. I guess I could counter roll it backwards to get the rolls out. But I don't want to do that. I don't want to worry about all that. Now, that was going to be this piece. Now I'm concerned that I might not have cut out enough. Dang. Unless it goes up there. Okay, we're good. We are good. I'm doing it. I'm going to want it backwards. There. Okay, so... Is that going to be enough? You know, I said I was going to start from the bottom, but I wound up starting from the top. And then, like I said, it's going to be a little bit more trimming. Yeah, so news-wise, on my World War II project, that this is part of, actually, I ordered my American paratroopers from Flames of War, the Battlefront miniatures, and I ordered everything I needed. Plus, I ordered some more Germans because I didn't realize that the Plastic Soldier Company Germans was going to have everything I needed. But that's fine. I'll just have extra Germans. So if I ever need to use them, maybe a larger battle or in some other place, I certainly can. I ordered this 2 months ago, and after about a month, like the first of or the end of January, I sent them an email and asked them, hey, did you ship it? If you've already shipped it, what's the tracking number? When can I expect to see it? Etc. Etc. Right? And so they replied pretty quickly. I'm happy about that. But they said they have not shipped my order. And that was a month after I ordered it. They haven't even shipped it yet. And I asked them, like, what's going on, And they replied and said that the shipment was being held because they were out of stock on one of the machine guns that I was ordering. And that they were holding my order until they received those machine guns back in stock. Okay, so I'm thinking, okay, that's no problem. And they said it'll be another month before we get those machine guns back in stock. And I was like, what? Okay, so what they were telling me basically was I had to wait an additional month before I could expect to see my order. No, let me back that up. I had to wait an additional month before they would ship my order. It's the middle of February, and they have not shipped my order yet. I'm not mad. I'm disappointed. If that makes sense. Yeah, I'm not mad at all. Not even in the slightest. I'm just disappointed. Okay, there's not much left to this. Or not enough weight, I should say. There's quite a bit left. There's just not enough weight to it. Okay. I'm just wondering. This was going to go like this. But what if I put it on like this? Okay, I would still need to cut. There it is. Where's my pen? Yeah, we're going to cut it like this. I'm going to go a little extra. I'm going big. I'm going to give myself a little extra room, a little wiggle room. So it won't be so precise. So if I need to tweak it or make it any other adjustments, I can. If that makes sense. Which I know it does, but... Also, I know you watch this channel and I talk about all my projects and stuff, and I've got my Napoleonic project that I've pretty much put on hold until after the convention because I want to write my own set of rules and decide on a basing method before I start painting and basing everything. But I did receive my Old Glory orders, both of them. So I've got all of my Napoleonics. I've got all my Napoleonics. I got all my American War of Independence. I got all my what do we got? I got Macedonians, Carthaginians, my Gaelic, my Republican Romans. Yeah, I got all those in. Oh yeah, and these guys too. My 100 Years War. I even got those guys in. So I've got a ton of miniatures to hold me over for eternity. So I don't need to worry about any of that. Okay. Okay. Now I was thinking I could go a little bit over and then I could lay this actually on top of this instead of just butting it up together. But I think butting it up is probably the better way to go. Okay, let's counter roll this as well. What I need is like a tube or something that I can lay in here and then just roll it against on that tube. Not like a toilet paper roll or not a toilet paper roll, like a paper towel roll or something. Because there it is, it's tearing and it's wrinkling. Afraid of that. It's too big. Something like that, but better. Okay, so I think I'm going to be cutting straight across. From there. I think that's how I lined it up. Now I also thought that I would use these grass pieces on like strips like this that I'm getting ready to cut out, this long straight strip. I was thinking about cutting one out the exact same width as a hedge and then just laying it down and gluing it on. That way when I lay the hedge down it would sit right on top of it. But then I decided I'm probably not going to do that. Probably not going to do that. Now this tear, this tear can be fixed. Okay, there we go. Yep. Oh wow, really? I was afraid of that. this edge right here, that can be fixed up with some putty and some flock. So that's not a. Plus, it's going to be covered by the field that I'm going to put on there anyway. So I'm not too concerned about that. A little confused, just a tad. Probably should have trimmed these because the edges are rough and they really get stuck in. A little bit extra like that, I'm okay with that. And then when I put this down, line it up with the board. Yep, there's a little bit of piece right there that's going to have to be fixed. But that's okay. I'm okay with that. And this is all good as well. I do need to put a new X-Acto blade in here. I thought about doing that before we got started, but I didn't. And it was because I broke the tip somewhere. Where did I break the tip? Cutting something. Cut a little more off of that. That's fine. That's fine. Actually, that's okay. The way it sits. Okay. That one's good. That one's good. Okay, so this is good. Then that would be sitting there. Okay, now I probably should do this one. Ooh, and that one. Oh yeah, that's extra. I was like, what is that for? Oh no, that's not extra. That's this piece right here. Okay. Okay, I think I need to go a little bit bigger on the grass here. Maybe not. Because if this lines up, then that should be just fine. It's this piece right here that I need to concern myself with. But you know what? I'll just have to remember that when I put it down. Yeah, there's a lot of work goes into this map. This battlefield. Now I'm thinking that I'm going to lay it this way. Those other pieces are in the way. Yeah, all those pieces are in the way. Is there more?
They put, no, they
okay.
put some more stuff out.
Oh,
I
good.
had to go check again. Everything's 10 cents. I think I got enough
Oh, so it went down?
now. Huh?
So the price went down?
Yeah, it's 10 cents.
Oh, okay.
Well, it was 10 cents yesterday and I didn't realize it. They were advertising 25 cents. 25 cents. That's why I got all that from 14 because it was only 10 cents.
Yeah.
Let me bring it. I gotta figure out what to put up. Nice outside right now.
Really. Okay. Perfect. Not so perfect. Okay. Helped a little bit. Stop rolling. Okay. Almost got everything. We've got this bottom piece. We have the side piece here. We have the top piece. I need this piece and this piece, and then we'll be ready to rock and roll. Just checking the time because I didn't realize it was going to take as long as it is. I wanted to make sure I did it all on camera so that you guys didn't miss out on any coolness. Okay. That one's just pretty much a square piece, pretty much. This one's a little more tricky, but that's okay. We've been dealing with tricky all day. And if I flip this over, it'll work. I might be able to squeeze it in right here, actually. Without wasting too much of the paper. Okay. Now let's just do this. Let's just cut a big chunk off. And then we'll trim it down. Because if I hit it, it'll tip over and spill, and there will be stuff all over the place. So I've been doing a lot of commission work lately, so I haven't really been painting figures for myself. the projects or anything. I've been working on commissions. I'll put some photos up on the channel soon, letting everybody see the figures I just finished painting. Now, this customer had an unusual way to base his figures, not the way that I normally base figures, so they're not based. He's going to base his own figures, which I'm okay with that, of course. You know, of course I'm okay with that. What's closer, the wall or the river? The wall. Yep. Yep. Okay. Definitely do that. A little bit of that. Probably need to cut more than that off. There we go. Let's see if that works. After this, it'll just be one more piece and then we'll start gluing. Also, one of my subscribers or viewers recommended using this Super 77, which I actually tore apart the main map, and I actually tore it apart because it was starting to warp, and I went back and used Super 77, and when I applied the he said that Super 77 would not melt foam, because he tested it, and he wanted me to know to give me a hand or whatever. And for the most part, it is correct. Super 77 did not melt the foam. But if you put it on thick and heavy, like I did in a couple of spots, it started to melt the foam. So you just got to be careful. Okay, let's see. I'm probably not going to use those. Let's see how this fits. Against the wall, against the top, against the river. What is this right here? What am I feeling right there? Ah, some Alex poking up. Yep, we'll get that fixed. That's okay if it goes right up to the Alex. Okay, that one's good. Last, but not least, this one, and I want it to come down a little bit further. Not exactly sure how much further. I keep putting this back on here when I don't need to do this because I've drawn the black line on there. And if that goes to the black line, and it goes, and I gotta twist it a little bit to make sure that it matches the thingamajigger. Okay, that. Look at that now. It looks like I've torn it completely to shreds. So now what I would like to find is a corner that I can use. For me to find a corner, I'd have to roll it all the way out and use the other end. Ooh, here's a corner. Actually, here's a corner I could probably use. Yeah, I couldn't use any of that. Okay. It doesn't make sense. Have to go this way. Use this corner here. Flip it over. Okay, it needs to go up to there. We can do that. I'm just going to cut it extra big. Angle it up, angle it up. I'm starting to fall the paper. Angle it up. Okay. Okay, so I have so much paper left. I think I can do some fields, hilltops, other terrain pieces with this. We'll have to see. Now there's the thing that was attached to it. Okay. Check this out. There we go. It just gives it a little bit less of a turn. Okay. Now this is going to go over the hill. Okay, I think I got this. I don't remember how I got this turned wrong. Maybe this is it. Yep, this is it. Ooh, that looks good. Yeah, for sure. Okay, here we go. Okay. All right. we should be able to cut this and then start gluing. That piece I probably could keep. What do I do with those other pieces? Oh, well, whatever. Okay, let's see how this lines up. Okay, that lines up pretty good. And then this field will lay right in there. That's pretty good. Now I might have to come back. I've only put one layer of water on here, but now that I'm gonna spray, I don't know how that's gonna affect this. I could put some painter's tape on it before I spray, but I'm not gonna worry about it, because if it dulls it out, it's no big deal. I'm gonna put a second layer of liquid on there anyway. So we'll see. All right. So that's the first piece, because it's not going to affect anything else. That's this piece right here. Good. So now, like this little piece right here that doesn't fit proper, or it's not sticky, it's no big deal. I'll go back in later with some Elmer's and just tighten that up. Yeah, because apparently I must have missed that spot right there when I was spraying. And you can see how the river got dull coated basically. Because I think this is, it says dries clear, but yeah, I don't know about that. Just getting the air bubbles out, if there are any, and I really don't need to really even worry about it, but it gives it a little bit of strength if there's not air pockets, because if there's air pockets, those would be vulnerable to tearing, puncturing. You know what I mean. Okay, so that's good. Okay, now I'd like to put this piece of grass down. Or this piece, or this piece, or this piece. Don't know where to start. I think this piece. This one. Paid particular attention to the edges this time. Now they make these like terrain rollers. Specifically with a handle that that you can just use. I don't think I need that. They say use a pin, poke a hole. just to make sure I get that on there right, I'm going to need to have this lined up. That's definitely going to have to be painted when I do the paint. fit this in here on top if I have to. Gonna have to put some paint and putty down in this area. Alrighty. That looks pretty good. I'm disappointed with this, but I can get that fixed. No, it's not a problem. Last piece will go right there. Right? Right. And with this on there, that should fit on top of the grass on one side or the other. We'll figure it out. We got a lot going on here in the house today. One advantage about doing smaller pieces is they lay a lot flatter. There's always less air bubbles. Okay, that looks good. This goes here, and this goes there. I don't want to lay it down just yet because there's glue. Bless you.
Yes.
Alright, and the last piece of this should be this guy right here. Who's going to go right there? Think I put enough on there? Hopefully. Squishing out on this side, so that must mean there's a lot of it. Okay, now I don't want these two to stick together, so let me pull them apart. Right about there. Paint cans are heavier. Alright. Now, if for whatever reason I don't have the fields out here, you know, these guys, that would be disguising the edge of this, I can still lay out my hedgerows, which is going to disguise the edges of that, right? It'll even cover up this little piece of yellow, which I plan to paint. And I plan to make some shorter ones and longer ones. And okay, well, I guess that's as far as we got on today's video, unfortunately. But at least I got the southern half of the map laid out. I've got the fields cut out. I just need to bevel the edges and clean the wood, and then I can start making fields that are going to lay. I mean, that's obviously like the first one is easy to figure out. to bevel this edge a little bit better so that it doesn't overhang the map. That field will lay right there. I could push this field all the way up and then break it here, but I think I want to do that. Yeah, we could do something like that. I could also fix this so that that doesn't, so it disguises it. Cut a little more off of here and then angle a cut this way. That's probably what I'll do. Alright guys, well thanks for coming out and watching me do this, and look forward to seeing other videos until I get my figures in, then we'll start doing those. Alright, I'll catch you next time.